Welcome to Cameron House Marina. My name is Ruben Mercer. I'm the sales manager here at Marine Sales Scotland. This is a Bayliner VR5. She's a 2020 model. We sold her to the previous gentleman in November of last year. He has actually traded up from a VR5 to a VR6, and we're delighted to have her listed back on with us. So the VR5 is the middle of the Bayliner VR class. This one probably has the best colour scheme that's available. It's got the whale blue hull with the raspberry red waterline stripe. I know you can't see that too well from the angle here. Very limited use. She's got the 200 horsepower engine in her, and then a great functional specker boarder that will keep you on the water all day. So at the back here we've got that soft tread teak flooring effect. We've also got a towing eye for any inflatables, and then just off to the side there is your transom shower. If anyone goes in for a dip, you can rinse them off. This at the back is configurable in the sense that you can have it sitting like a sunbed, like that, slightly elevated. You can obviously have it the way that it was at the very beginning, or simply just push it across and you now have your walkway down into the boat without having to clamber over any cushions. So down here is the all-important thermally isolated cool box. So if you want to bring any drinks on board, beer, wine, soft drinks for the kids or the driver, whoever, store it in there on the inside, and I'll show you that in the engine bay. That is thermally insulated, so you can keep ice in it and keep your drinks nice and cool, keep your food nice and cool. So all of the deck is non-skid. We've got a little recessed storage area just back here for any valuables. There's tons upon tons of storage in this boat. So just to start off, you see we've got some in there. There's more underneath here as well. Just up the back there's your battery isolator, and then you've got another very big storage locker underneath here. More underneath here. That would fit 2 water skis if you want to get them in. And then we've also got another big storage locker tucked away in there, and those are just the pads for the front here. So configurations now. Off to the port side, you can move this slightly along. It sits in a groove and it forms an aft facing bench seat. If you want to put it all the way down, leave it flat. Now you've got another sun lounger. You've got that one there. You've got your one in the back here. You've also got your sunbathing area up the front, your bow area, which I'll come on to in just a minute. Now, you've got this fold-away canopy that will just simply collapse and tuck all into a bimini sock that will secure it onto this location here. You can get a number of people tied onto this, but the actual towing agent or the towing point is just up through the bimini there. You've also got the towing eye that I showed you at the back. The holes are for the self-draining deck. It is non-skid. And then the helm position, so you can rotate the seat, you can swivel it, and you've also got this nice little bolster if you are coming in and out of a marina and you just want to pop your eyes over the dash. So the dash, while we're mentioning it, comes with a Jensen Bluetooth marine stereo that also has AM/FM radio. We've got a digital depth gauge, speedometer, tachometer, engine oil information, pressure, and then a trim gauge as well. If you want to charge your phones, we've got a USB input. There is also an audio input if you want to go manual on that instead of Bluetooth. Some people prefer it. We've got our horn, we've got our running lights, so there's blue LED mood lights in all of the cup holders. We've got our anchor light, and then you've got bilge pump, and then your blower as well. Moving on, so lockable glove box, it is drained, and then you've got your speakers on either side for the onboard Bluetooth Jensen stereo system. Up the top we've got all of this sand and white coloured upholstery. You've got another 2 speakers. We've got the electric anchor winch up top with the 2 nav lights, and then one thing that I do like about Bayliners, it's called wide beam forward technology. So you'll find that the beam continues all the way up until the very end and then cuts in at the last minute. That way they maximise the full potential of the beam of the boat, the full length of the boat. Some other bow riders are quite pointy towards the end, so you do lose a lot of space as you progress up towards the very bow. Not in this one. You've got cup holders either side and then grab rails. It is a very family friendly boat as well, so if you are sitting there, if you've got kids sitting there, they are tucked well below the gunwale line if you go over a bump. Close this over, and then drop in the backrest there. That forms a windbreak on this area here. I'll show you that in just a minute. But the best way to probably show you how this looks with the cushions down is for me to jump up here. And I'll show you. So what you can do is you can drop in a filler plate there with a cushion. You can also slide in another back slot there, a backrest, close across the window, and that fully seals this area out top. It is called a bowrider after all. You've now got space for 3 people up in the very well secured bow, backrest for everyone, and then there's recessed cup holders there, and you can see they are still accessible when you have everyone down on the bow. Music wise, everyone's got access to listen to the tunes that you're playing on board, whoever's DJ, and then if you want to just simply slide across that panel there, well, that acts as your wind block completely. So some people may not have passengers up in the bow, but if you've just got passengers in the back, to stop them getting blasted with the wind, just close across that little window there, and that completely seals that from being exposed to the elements while underway. The boat does in excess of 45 miles an hour. So it does get quite windy back here if that is open. All there really is to do now is just show you the engine. It's under there. She's powered by Mercruiser's 4.5 litre 200 horsepower petrol engine. It was only commissioned in November, and the gentleman has only been up 4 or 5 times to use her, so she's had absolutely minimal use. The engine and the boat are in almost like new condition. Now, with the price increase coming in for model year 2022, this is a chance to save a lot off the base price of a VR5, which will be next year, probably in excess of £55,000. I'm Ruben from Marine Sales Scotland, where fun in the water begins.